EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present third round coverage of the PGA Championship. They have gathered from around the world here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina for the final major championship of the year. We will crown our next PGA Championship winner. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Happy to be here calling all the action. Frank, what is the mindset for this final major of the season?
Oh, I think it's taken a long time to get here, but it's well-deserved, Rich. When you think of the luster of the Wanamaker Trophy, winners like Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth of recent, but Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino, the list goes on and on. The fourth major, some say the defining major of the year, but played at a golf course that we're well used to now. So I'm looking forward to it, Rich. Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
There's a big mound in the middle of this green, Rich, and the ball has a tendency to kick either side of that. So just be aware.
Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Looks like he just misread that. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, a solid hole. Frank, it's a short par 3.
Yeah, it plays a little bit downhill, about half a club, Rich. There's a sort of shallow bunker in that back area, and also that green starts to reduce in size on the left side. Good par 3.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank, there's really great history here at Quail Hollow.
Yeah, it's a private members club, Rich. It was founded by James Harris back prior to 1960. We know it hosted the Kemper Open from 69 through to 79, the Payne Weber Invitational from 83 to 89. And now, obviously, it's the host of the Wells Fargo Championship ever since it debuted back in 2003.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Just a couple of feet.
Ouch. We really can't afford to give away shots at this point in the tournament, Frank.
Frank, here at the third, players facing a challenging tee shot.
For a number of reasons, Rich. One, that the hole bends to the left. Two, that the fairway starts to run out. And three, the length of the second shot. You get rewarded the better you hit your tee shot down here.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Getting set now for the second shot here at the third. Break it down for us, Frank.
There's 3 ridges in this green, Rich, so you've got to be aware on where exactly the flag is.
Frank, you've been there. How important is it to hit fairways early in the round?
It just takes the pressure off the rest of the game, Rich. I mean, not only are you reducing the length of the hole by getting the ball in play and, you know, a good distance off the tee, but you're simplifying the next shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is
difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Settles in over the putt. In for par. We have already begun. Let's pick up with the action at hole number 4. Frank, this is a disappointing start to the third round.
And it hasn't been by accident either. That's poor shots that's got him to this position. There's only one person to blame, and that's the man swinging the club right now. So, time to re-rack.
Excellent looking shot here. Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Birdie try up next. This one measures out to 24 feet. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Shouldn't be a problem here.
A lip out's fine as long as it doesn't happen to you.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. And he makes it. We're a bogey here. Here we are at the par 5 fifth. It's 570 yards. Frank, this should be reachable for most players, don't you think?
Yeah, if you hit a good tee shot, especially with the draw, it will be. But the hardest part of this is judging that kick on the fairway that kicks the ball to the right. And it sort of turns at that awkward area at where the top of your tee shot range. That's where that dog leg is.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Just in the first cut of rough. Not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. That birdie will help the cause. Now set to tee off at the 6th. It is a long par 3, 250 yards.
We could take a little bit off for the downhill, but whichever way you look at it, it's still going to be a beefy par 3. Protected on the left by that front bunker, and if you sort of scoot one long, there's another bunker over there as well.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Solid play, heart of the green. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, there's a lot to chew on here as you get to the tee at the 532-yard par 5/7.
In today's game, 530 plus change you'd think is incredibly short. And look at the trouble in front of you. Water all the way down the right side and around that right side of the green. Bunkers left. This is not for the faint of heart.
second from an excellent lie.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. And getting ready for the putt.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie, now in second place.
Frank, in modern professional golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par fours, like the 8th here at Quail Hollow, 350 yards. What do you think of this hole?
It's not a bad hole. Drivable, some might say, but the angle of the green means it's hard for that tee shot to keep on the green. But I think the reward for hitting a driver is try and sort of aim at that tree just left of the green. And the reason why is then you've got to pitch up the direction of the green. This is a really narrow green.
Frank, they took the safe route off the tee. What are they facing now?
At 245 to the top of this hill, Rich. But still, look at that green up ahead, the angle of it. This is going to have to be hit properly. You want that ball to stop as soon as it lands.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. Here we are at the 9th hole at Quail Hollow, 495-yard par 4. Frank, it is the longest par 4 on the golf course. Is it, in your estimation, the toughest?
I think the green stops it from being the toughest, Rich, because it does kick in from either side. But when you see holes like this, there's no surprise why the Rory McIlroys and the Rickie Fowlers have won around here. This is just a great driving par 4.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. This is the second shot at the par 4. Strong wind here early in the round. How do you think this is going to affect the players, Frank?
Well, they've got to be clever on a club selection and the type of shot they want to hit now.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Birdie try again here today. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par.
Even par currently.
Not going to win it with pars, are you?
That's for sure. This field too good, too talented, and making too many birdies.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here we are on the back 9 now at Quail Hollow, and a good scoring opportunity to kick off the inward 9.
It is, Rich. It's sort of reminiscent of the 10th hole at Valhalla. Remember the challenge, or should I say the charge, that Rory McIlroy started that in that very hole when he made eagle. It's the same opportunity here. Reachable par 5, just under 600 yards, but you really could get off to a great start. I'm loving that balance.
Good contact, good result. Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Frank, looking at the PGA Championship, I think it has produced some of the most exciting finishes in all of major championship golf. You go back to, say, 2014 at Valhalla. You have McIlroy emerging from that pack of superstars, Phil Mickelson and Rickie Fowler in the darkness. That was a good one. And then you go all the way back, say, to 2000. Also, ironically, at Valhalla. That was one of my favorite championships of all time. That was Tiger in the mano-a-mano with Bob May. Just wants to hit about an inch behind the ball.
Number one goal accomplished, Frank. He is out, and he is headed for the green.
It didn't appear like too bad a strike either.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time?
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Thundering up the leaderboard, 10 under par for the tournament. What a birdie.
Frank, on this backside at Quail Hollow, a player does have a good chance to get off to a good start with that par 5 10th and now relatively short par 4 11th, where a player with a good drive could stick a short iron in their hands.
Yeah, this is one you're going to have to make a decision. You can just play this as a straightforward dogleg left par 4 and hit a 3-wood or a long iron up there and 9-iron or something like that into the green. Or, if you want to, you can try and blast a drive around the corner. I don't know if that's the more prudent play, but it's fun.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Nudge this one home, finish it up.
Good effort, good par putt. Here we are now at the 12th, and Frank, this is a beautiful but dangerous hole, par 4.
It is in a number of ways. The hole bends gently to the right, which you'd think would favor a nice little fade, but the fairway just seems to shrink up. I've seen this fairway missed by so many good players. And plus its yardage, 450 odd. You can't really lay back too far, otherwise you've got too long for your second shot.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Headed for the bunker, I think.
It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
Gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short.
Pretty good shot right there. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Oh, good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Out of the par 3 13th hole, Frank, this one 210 yards.
Very, very good par 3. This is actually a big green. It's 37 yards deep, but it actually plays small. Has a front right portion, there's a roll-off area in the middle, and there's a roll-off area in the back. So don't be deceived by the size of this green. You better be pitching that tee shot right bang in the middle. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Don't know that approach will make the highlight reel, but he still has a chance if he makes this putt.
Yeah, 21's when you come of age, don't they say? 21 feet away.
So close. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. They'll take it. That's a par. Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the whole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, on this approach shot here at the short par 4 14th, what's the best way to attack this flag?
Height's always a safety factor because the ball's going to land softer. So this is one where you'd opt for an aerial approach rather than a little pitch and run.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Par yesterday, now for birdie. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
Series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. He'll need to be strong with this. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Settles in over the putt.
Well, that birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. This is the start of what some say is the toughest finishing stretch on the PGA Tour. It's known as the Green Mile. Frank, what makes it so challenging?
Well, this hole in particular, Rich, the dogleg right, it means it plays every inch of it's just over 500 yards. That bunker you can see down the right, 325 yards to carry that. If you can fly the ball that far, at least you can chew off 2/3 of this hole, and that is well required here. Otherwise, it's a long, long second shot.
Frank, how about this approach shot to the 16th, the beginning of the Green Mile?
There is no other option but the aerial attack here at 16. Front bunker means it has to be carried. The one on the right really isn't in play. But that little hollow and that left front of the green, you've got to fly the ball at least 7 or 8 yards onto this putting surface.
Third shot, looking for a good one. So he didn't hit the green in regulation, but he still has a reasonably good chance to save his par, about 10 feet away. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Man,
I just pushed it.
boy, that hurts. And getting ready for the putt.
time running out, Rich. That's what's going to make that bogey sting even more.
Can't afford to give him away at this point in the championship. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
And he's putting for par now.
That's a good par given the situation.
Still tight, still close. Now to the finishing hole here at Quail Hollow. Frank, what can we expect?
If there was a name for this hole, Rich, it should be called Narrows. The creek that meanders its way down the left side and actually divides that hole into really half the size of what a normal par 4 should be. That makes it hard. The bunker on the right is your bailout area. Just over 290 yards to get past that. And then the narrowest green still sits up against the lake. This is just a brutal finish.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here in the final hole.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Getting set now over the putt.
Has his par. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.